So the PCIT project, with the PC standing for Preparing Carers, is aimed at trying to improve the computer skills and the awareness of the benefits of the internet for those people that are caring for a friend, family member, whoever it may be. The project came about through a bit of consultation with the Prince's Royal Trust for Carers, who had identified a bit of a need within their service users for improved knowledge of the computer and maybe improved awareness of what people could do while accessing the internet. So after sitting down with them, we looked at rolling out a programme of training starting from the very beginning, really, complete beginners, people who've never used computers before, but also having some kind of capability for those that were already using a computer but perhaps felt they needed a bit of a refresher to be pointed in the right direction on a few items. So initially we ran refresher courses and beginners courses in the Stewartry area. So we went to New Galloway, we went to Castellan, New Galloway, Dalbeattie at Dalbeattie Town Hall, and here in Castle Douglas. And the people that we saw really was a mix. You were seeing older people that were new to computers, you were seeing sort of younger people that perhaps were already using a computer but maybe had learnt themselves and hadn't had any formal tuition in what to do and how to do particular things. So we gave them really a good grounding. We got them all up to the same point. So the idea being that once they finish a beginner's course or they finish their refreshers course, they're ready to progress onto areas of the computer and the internet that are really are going to give them the most benefit. So now that we've finished that initial run of courses, we're looking to start another run end of October, running through to probably mid-December. We're going to Dalbeattie, New Galloway, Castle Douglas, and this time Dumfries. And we're looking to sort of concentrate on specific areas. So we've got workshops, 2-hour sessions in how to use Skype, shopping online, how to save money by comparing prices online. We've got digital photography, we've got a bit of social networking. We have PC safety and security, and we have catch-up TV as well, because for some people, missing Wednesday's episode of Coronation Street because of what's happening at home can be, a little bit frustrating. That could be the thing they look forward to at the end of that day. So Skype will give people improved communication. It will lead to better social interaction with maybe friends and family that are living away. So if you've got somebody that's living in Australia, you'd be able to keep in touch with them, not just by the telephone or typing emails, but by seeing each other and seeing how the other person reacts to your news and things like that. So photography is something that a lot of the carers that have been doing the project already are really interested in doing, getting more out of their camera, getting more out of their pictures, being able to share their pictures with other people, and that's what we're going to look at for one session on digital photography. We'll go over how do we get them on the computer. Once they're there, what can we do to them? How do we send them on to other people? How can we upload them to things like Facebook? Is Facebook something that's worth me getting involved in? What's it going to do for me? Is it going to help me get in touch with people that I've maybe lost touch with, where I've moved away from an area or haven't seen since school? We think it will. We think it's quite easy to get to grips with, and we want to show people how to be safe on Facebook, how to be secure on Facebook, and really start, I would say, socially expanding what they can do through the computer.
Right, it really came about after I retired from work. I had been banking for a long time and worked with computers, not my work. And then when I did retire, and I'm looking after my husband now actually, so decided at that point I joined the Royal Prince's Trust for Carers. And through that I got the opportunity to go to the IT centre just to increase my computer skills. Because I could work computers at work and I had a laptop at home, but just doing the sort of very basic with the laptop at home. So when I got the chance to do this, I went to the IT centre and met up with Chris and Julie, and it was local, it was at Dumfries, so there was no problem actually going to the actual centre. You could take your own laptop as well, you could use theirs, and they made you very sort of welcome there. And then we just thought there was just a few people at the course, which was quite nice and intimate as well. You got to know the other people, you felt relaxed to ask questions, etc. And then we just sort of got onto the laptops, and Chris talked us through quite a few things, and you sort of could zoom in on the things that were important to you, things that maybe you weren't using properly, like sort of security on the laptop and security on emails. And from my husband's point of view, I wanted to learn how to use the laptop a bit more efficiently, to look at certain things that he's interested in the sort of shopping aspect. And I learnt one or two things from Chris there that was really helpful. Instead of just going in to look at one shop, I could actually see the items we're looking at all in one page, so I could take that back to my husband, who was absolutely delighted to look at all these things in the one page instead of taking, so much time to do one thing. So that was really good for him as well. And the security things, as I said, as well. And we looked at emails, we looked at quite a lot of different things and sort of took them on board, and then went back home and had a look at them on your own, and then came back the next week to see what was, what we're going to sort of learn the next week. And there's also a follow-up for us as well. If there's something like photography, I maybe want to look at that a wee bit more later on. So you're invited back for another course later. So we have got new courses, as I said, starting in October, and anybody at all out there that has their laptop, I would really recommend to come along to the courses. I'm quite sure they'll get a lot out of the course as well. I say no problem at all with the tutors, and it's free as well. I didn't actually say that in the beginning because it is free as well. And if you were paying for these courses privately, it would cost a lot of money. So it's a free service. The people are really nice, and it's all localised, and they also teach you what you're looking to learn as well. So I definitely would recommend it to anybody at all that's looking to go along the IT and just learn a wee bit more about it. I'm sure there's always something we can learn from it.